right, so I know from Scotland, but like this sounds like this stadium's really important to you. Just how important this race is this week, but also knowing that you have the UK champs here in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I think getting a good race in the UK is important for me during the season, and I would say that I haven't really come back and raced here at my prime, and so it's a real big honour for me to be able to come back and know that I'm a different athlete to when I've raced here in the past, and so it's just it's a testimony to the hard work and the appreciation of that hard work and going out there and doing something that I can be proud of.
Yeah, you've had experiences at Hayward and also this place. Just what about those stadiums just bring the best out of you?
I mean, I wouldn't compare Hayward to London. I mean, I don't know. Have you been here before?
This is my first time.
Okay.
So.
You being there tomorrow, if you still describe it like Hayward, I think you'd be very wrong. This place is magic. I mean, this place was sold out months ago, and it's this energy in the stadium is unbelievable. And so for us, for the British athletes and for everyone, it doesn't matter who you are, you're dying to get into this meet because of how special it is. And I think it started in London 2012, it got backed up in London 2017, and hopefully we can secure that bid for London 2029. But yeah, I'm excited to be home.
And Josh, you obviously said you're planning to go at 151 for the 800, target the British record. What's given you the confidence in workouts and the build up here to actually go for that?
It's a great question. I think I've been putting consistent workouts together that will show me that I can run fast. Again, the workouts are the workouts. You gotta make sure you're getting every part of your progress right and every part of the travel right and sleep, everything. So I'm saying today that I'm going after it. We'll see how that looks on tomorrow, but I would say I'm pretty confident that we can run fast.
And obviously this year there's already 20 guys under 3:31. There were only like 11 guys in the whole of last year, and obviously none of you guys top 5 from the Olympics are actually on that list as yet. So what do you think about all these crazy fast times? Are there now more guys who you think you can compete for the medals, or should we be ignoring all these fast times?
We shouldn't be ignoring them. I think it's great that athletes are coming out and running fast. But everyone's in their own journey, and I think showing that the top 5 guys haven't ran that yet probably should tell you some things. But again, it's not saying that any of those guys shouldn't be thinking that they're going after medals. But look, that top medal is the one I want. It's the one I'm going after, and so I'm not really too worried about the times and what people are running right now. And for our build-up camp, I'll have a look and see where people are at. But things happen every day, and so I'm just focused on myself.
And obviously, you've got all the top Brits here in this race, and obviously we haven't really had all you guys in the same race for quite a few years. Given obviously you've been running 800 British champs and things like that. So, how do you feel about that going in? And are you thinking about 1500 British champs as well, or will you kind of step back down to the 800 there?
I will not be running the 1500 at British champs, but I'm very excited to race these guys. It's important. I think back many years ago when it was Cram and Co and Ovett, they wouldn't obviously race each other all that often, and I don't think we're specifically dodging each other. There's just so many races on these days, and everyone's based in different spots. So it's very nice to come back here, and I would say I'm probably a big reason why we haven't all raced. I haven't come back to London in a few years, so. I'll take the blame for that, but I'm just excited to race that whole field, to be honest. And I think the British athletes will have a little bit of a boost because of the crowd, but I'm excited to go after those guys again.
Originally billed as a race against Yakub, but of course he's not here. Does the fact that you have all these British athletes now and just how fast everybody is, it make it a little bit more exciting? Or would you rather have that rivalry against Yakub still?
I want to race to get best guys in the world. I think that, when I signed up for Grand Slam, that's what I said to everyone I wanted to do, and I did. And I feel like I did very well over the 1500 there. And I signed up for London. I think I was one of the first athletes to sign up for London, and I set my stall out. I said, this is where I'm going to be. If anyone wants to come race, then race, and this is the people that turned up. So I'm excited to race these guys.
I mean, it's 40 years to the month, really, when Cram got 3 world records in 19 days. I mean, when you think of yourself and Neil and Jake and Phil and George as well, I mean, how special was that? Not just an international, but a domestic field of that calibre at the stadium.
Yeah, I mean, I think the history of the sport, especially in the UK, is a big reason why we're all here and why people get excited about us. It's a huge important factor in what we do, and I think tomorrow's going to be exciting. It's not going to be a boring race. I think it's one to watch, and I'm hopefully going to come out on top. But those guys are in great shape, and I'm looking forward to racing against them.
Is there anything that you've learned since Paris as well that you've implemented over winter training into this year generally as well?
Nothing specific, but I've been allowed to kind of focus more on the running, and I think that's the important part. You know, in this sport, when you get good at it, there's a lot more requests in your life, and you know, I've been able to create a team around me that allow me to keep running and do my job properly. So that's my most important thing.
Going on to that YouTube point earlier on, I mean, you're racking up the views on them. I mean, how important is it to get that to the next generation so that they could see, as you said, the authenticity around the world champion?
Yeah, I think, you know, for me, the videos are going to be out there for the rest of the time, and you know, that's the important part. Maybe, you know, the views are the views now, but I hope that the more that I continue, the more that I can continue to inspire and hopefully run fast, then more people are going to be interested in and can take a lot from these videos. I think there's a lot of information there that you can learn, because it's taken me, you know, 18 years of the sport to learn it myself. So I hope people can try and take as much as they can from that, and ask questions, and hopefully I can give as much information to them as possible.
If World Relays was ever to bring back, you know, a 4x mile or a DMR, just, you know, have an idea tomorrow what those milers could do tomorrow? Does that kind of get you excited? Like potentially, like that could be something like we're Great Britain versus the U.S. or Kenya. Like, how do you think you guys could stack up?
It would be a great race. I think all the nations are pretty good, but I would say that the UK would be one of the front runners for that. I mean, there's probably 5 or 6 nations that would be, you know, put their hand up for a gold medal in that. So I would be definitely up for something along those lines.